Everyone thinks Thor's story began with Chris Hemsworth in 2011, but that's only half the truth. The God of Thunder actually made his first live-action appearance 23 years earlier, in 1988. From a forgotten TV movie to becoming one of the MCU's most powerful Avengers, this is the complete evolution of Thor. From 1988 all the way to 2026. Let's begin. Thor's live-action journey officially began in 1988 with The Incredible Hulk Returns. This was the first time the God of Thunder appeared in live action, years before the Marvel Cinematic Universe even existed. In this movie, Eric Allan Kramer portrayed Thor, while Bill Bixby returned as Dr. David Banner and Lou Ferrigno once again played the Incredible Hulk. Unlike the modern MCU version, this Thor was introduced as a legendary Norse warrior whose incredible power was unleashed through his mystical hammer, Mjolnir. The film's biggest highlight was the historic team-up between Thor and the Hulk, giving Marvel fans one of the earliest superhero crossovers ever seen in live action. Although it was a television movie with a modest budget, The Incredible Hulk Returns became a historic milestone, introducing the world to the very first live-action Thor and laying the foundation for the character's future on screen. It may not be the Thor most fans remember today, but this is where the legend of the God of Thunder truly began. After 23 years, Thor finally returned in 2011 with his first solo blockbuster, Thor, introducing a completely new version of the God of Thunder to the world. This time, Chris Hemsworth took on the role of Thor, a performance that would define the character for an entire generation. Directed by Kenneth Branagh, the film followed the arrogant Prince of Asgard, who was banished to Earth by Odin after starting a reckless war. Stripped of his powers and separated from Mjolnir, Thor had to learn the true meaning of humility, sacrifice, and what it really means to be a hero. Only after proving himself worthy was he able to reclaim his hammer and defeat Loki, saving both Earth and Asgard. The movie also introduced fan-favorite characters like Loki, Heimdall, and Jane Foster, laying the foundation for Thor's future in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thor 2011 was both a critical and commercial success, earning over $449 million worldwide and officially launching one of Marvel's most iconic heroes. With Chris Hemsworth's unforgettable performance, Thor became more than just the God of Thunder. He became one of the pillars of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 2012, Thor returned in The Avengers, marking the first time Earth's mightiest heroes united on the big screen. After Loki stole the powerful Tesseract and launched an invasion of Earth, Nick Fury assembled the Avengers, bringing together Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Thor for the very first time. Thor arrived on Earth to stop his brother Loki, but before joining the team, he clashed with Iron Man and Captain America in one of the MCU's most memorable fights. He also shared an unforgettable rivalry with Hulk, proving that only a few heroes could match the God of Thunder's incredible strength. During the epic Battle of New York, Thor fought alongside the Avengers to defeat Loki and the Chitauri army, helping save the world from complete destruction. The Avengers became a global phenomenon, earning over $1.5 billion worldwide and changing superhero cinema forever. It also established Thor as one of the MCU's strongest and most important heroes. With the formation of the Avengers, Thor's journey had only just begun, and even greater battles were waiting ahead. In 2013, Thor returned in Thor: The Dark World, facing one of the darkest and most dangerous threats in his journey. Once again, Chris Hemsworth reprised his role as the God of Thunder. This time, Thor had to protect the Nine Realms from the ancient dark elf leader, Malekith, who sought to use the powerful ether to plunge the universe into eternal darkness. As the battle grew more intense, Thor teamed up with his brother Loki. Despite their complicated relationship, their uneasy alliance became one of the film's biggest highlights, filled with action, betrayal, and emotional moments. The movie also delivered one of the most heartbreaking events in Thor's story with the death of his mother, Frigga, a loss that deeply changed him. With spectacular battles across multiple worlds and an emotional story, Thor: The Dark World expanded Thor's mythology and prepared him for the even greater challenges that awaited in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 2015, Thor returned in Avengers: Age of Ultron, where the Avengers faced one of their most powerful enemies yet, Ultron, an artificial intelligence determined to wipe out humanity. Once again, Chris Hemsworth reprised his role as the God of Thunder. Thor fought alongside Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, and the rest of the Avengers to stop Ultron's plan to destroy the world. During the movie, Thor experienced mysterious visions connected to the Infinity Stones, making him realize that an even greater threat was coming. This discovery would later become one of the most important moments leading into the Infinity Saga. Thor also proved his incredible strength in the final battle over Sokovia. using the power of lightning and Mjolnir to help the Avengers defeat Ultron and save millions of lives. With breathtaking action, powerful character moments, and the setup for Marvel's biggest future storyline, Avengers: Age of Ultron became another important chapter in Thor's evolution, showing that he was not only a mighty warrior, but also a key protector of the universe. In 2017, Thor returned in Thor: Ragnarok, a movie that completely transformed the God of Thunder like never before. After losing Mjolnir at the hands of his powerful sister Hela, Thor was stranded on the planet Sakaar, where he was forced to fight as a gladiator. There, he came face to face with his old friend Hulk, leading to one of the most exciting battles in MCU history. Without his legendary hammer, Thor discovered that his true power had always come from within. He unlocked his full lightning abilities and proved that he didn't need Mjolnir to become the God of Thunder. In the final battle, Thor united with Hulk, Loki, and Valkyrie to stop Hela. Although Asgard was destroyed during Ragnarok, Thor succeeded in saving its people, proving that Asgard is not a place, it's its people. With breathtaking action, unforgettable humor, and Thor's incredible transformation, Thor: Ragnarok became one of the highest-rated and most beloved movies in the Thor franchise, forever changing the future of the God of Thunder. In 2018, Thor reached one of the most powerful moments of his entire journey in Avengers: Infinity War. After Thanos attacked the Asgardian refugee ship, Thor lost his brother Loki and watched countless Asgardians perish. Broken by loss but determined to stop Thanos, Thor traveled to Nidavellir, where he forged a brand new weapon, Stormbreaker. With the help of Rocket and Groot, Thor unlocked his full power and returned to Earth in one of the most iconic entrances in MCU history. Arriving in Wakanda with a bolt of lightning, he turned the tide of the battle almost instantly. In the final moments, Thor came face to face with Thanos and struck him with Stormbreaker, but instead of aiming for the head, he hit Thanos in the chest, allowing the Mad Titan to snap his fingers and wipe out half of all life in the universe. With breathtaking action, emotional moments, and Thor's incredible transformation into the God of Thunder at his peak, Avengers: Infinity War delivered one of the greatest versions of Thor ever seen on screen, and set the stage for his biggest challenge yet. In 2019, Thor returned in Avengers: Endgame. But this time, fans saw a completely different side of the God of Thunder. After failing to stop Thanos in Infinity War, Thor was consumed by guilt and heartbreak. Over the next 5 years, he isolated himself in New Asgard, gaining weight and losing the confidence that once made him one of Earth's mightiest heroes. When the Avengers discovered a way to travel through time, Thor joined the mission to reverse the snap. During his journey to the past, he reunited with his mother, Frigga, whose words helped him rediscover his purpose and prove that he was still worthy of Mjolnir. In the final battle, Thor fought alongside Captain America and Iron Man against Thanos. Seeing Captain America wield Mjolnir became one of the most unforgettable moments in MCU history, while Thor unleashed the combined power of Mjolnir and Stormbreaker against the Mad Titan. After the battle, Thor chose a new path. He handed the throne of New Asgard to Valkyrie and left Earth with the Guardians of the Galaxy, beginning a brand new chapter in his legendary journey. Avengers: Endgame proved that true strength isn't just about power, it's about finding the courage to rise again after your greatest failure. In 2022, Thor returned in Thor: Love and Thunder, facing one of the most emotional battles of his entire journey. Once again, Chris Hemsworth reprised his role as the God of Thunder. After traveling across the galaxy with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor set out on a new adventure when the terrifying Gorr the God Butcher began hunting and killing gods across the universe. During his mission, Thor was reunited with Jane Foster, who had become the mighty Thor after proving herself worthy of Mjolnir. Together with Valkyrie and Korg, they fought to stop Gorr before he could wipe out every god in existence. Although they defeated Gorr, the victory came with a heartbreaking sacrifice as Jane Foster lost her battle with cancer. In the end, Thor adopted Gorr's daughter, Love, and chose to raise her as his own, beginning a new chapter in his life. With epic action, emotional storytelling, and Thor embracing both the role of a hero and a father, Thor: Love and Thunder showed that the God of Thunder had grown into more than just a warrior. He had become a true protector and leader. In 2026, Thor returned once again in Avengers: Doomsday, standing among Earth's mightiest heroes for one of the biggest battles in Marvel history. Once again, Chris Hemsworth reprised his role as the God of Thunder, proving that he remains one of the MCU's longest-running and most iconic heroes. This time, Thor joins the Avengers to face the powerful threat of Dr. Doom, a villain unlike any they have encountered before. Following the events of Thor: Love and Thunder, Thor returns stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. With Stormbreaker in his hands and the power of thunder at his command, he is once again ready to fight for the future of the universe. Although Marvel has kept many story details under wraps, Thor's return confirms that he will continue to play a major role in the next chapter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From his very first live-action appearance in 1988 to becoming one of the MCU's greatest heroes in 2026, Thor's journey has been filled with sacrifice, unforgettable battles, and incredible growth. And for the God of Thunder, the story is far from over.